Guys, I'm back. I have sprayed field number 12, I think is what I was working on when you guys left, and then I gave I was spraying field 9. I finished field 12 with a dose of AA, which, looking at the pricing of it, the AA is $3 and something. The single A was only 50 cents or something like that. So in the future, especially if I'm just going to let a field go, I might just spray it twice. It costs me a little bit for the course play, but I don't know. We'll see. Not going to think about it too hard right now. What's done is done. So, but the AA was far more than 3 times as expensive. But if I'm going to course play it, I have to keep in mind the $1,000 an hour too gets factored in there. So, but I still think it would be faster to do 2 doses, or cheaper to do 2 doses. As you can see, I am selling some wood chips off. I'm down to 194,000, something like that. I'm sorry, 1.9 million liters. And the reason I am doing this, and I actually even just borrowed some money just to get this going, is because I have purchased the beast. Well, this is the Lieber. But if I hit this again, this is the tractor trailer that goes along, or the tractor that goes along with the beast, the truck. Achtung, schwer transport, or schwer transport. Not sure that anybody would read that sign, but let's see. So I got the telehandler there in order to be able to drag the trees back to this thing. I imagine this. There we go. So the beast is ready to go. And we are going to head out to field 9. Go get our telehandler. By the way, I fully expect my trucks to be running into each other sometime here. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I should be just straight ahead. If we can get around the corner. I've never used this mod. And I might even try to use it in my other map, but I kind of wanted to see what it was about first. Let's put on the helper thing. Cab light on off. Why did my selection just change? Move support. Click the right mouse. It's just for the GPS, I mean for the course play. Cabin light on off. Keypad 0. Seems to be doing the truck. Let's hop out. Oop, open control panel. What was that? Alright, we could do that. Oops, where'd it go? Please detach vehicle first. Okay, we can do that too. Oops, select it. Alright, so the vehicle is detached. And let's get back out. Start engine. Oh, fuel level. Jeez. Okay, well, where do we get fuel? Besides the farm. Logistics. BGM over there. Looks like where we would get fuel. So let's just take this over. Everything else comes with fuel, but You know what I'm going to do? Let's come in here. We don't have any money, do we? But this thing doesn't cost much. Is it under MISC, I think? Yes. 8,500. So let's go back. How close is that guy to selling? Very close. Alright, so I'm assuming we can fuel it up. Well, we'll probably have to attach it again. So let's hop in here and attach it. I'm assuming we'd have to attach it. Why not? So now let's go get, well, that guy, yeah, he just sold. So let's go P, MISC, fuel tank, buy. Okay. Now I'm going to come over to my cute little tractor. Go this way. Go pick up this thing. I wonder if I could do it with the telehandler. I'm going to try that. I think the telehandler has a hitch on the back. I'm not sure. Oh, look, they passed each other. They probably damaged each other, too. I don't know if you guys noticed down at the bottom right. They said they were in traffic for a second. Let's take a look at this. Now we're around the corner. Yeah, they must have swiped it. Oop, too far. Now, let's just see out of curiosity. What does the back of this guy look like? Does he look like he might haul something? Yeah, let's see if he can drag this fuel wagon. Oop. Let's get him out into the field. Since we're in them already. Yeah, I look forward to this. I've never used the beast, so what I was thinking of is trees are a thing on this map. And getting rid of trees, so I thought I would make it at least slightly more realistic. And let's hop out of him and back to cute little tractor. There's no fuel in here, correct? No, there's these tanks, but see, I don't think you can get fuel from these tanks. Let's see. So I can tell if I hit a trigger. I think I gotta fill them up somehow first. Now, let's run over to, well, what's closer, the farm from here? You know, let's go to that logistic place just to see what they have to offer. Because I've never been there, so if we go, let's go back that way. There we go. Cut across field 9. Yes. See the roadway up ahead. Barricade. I don't even think I've looked at this place, other than I just noticed when I was spraying on field 5 that I remember seeing something over here. Yeah, so the map is going very well. Very happy. I didn't really expect. I guess it's been so long, honestly, since I played on easy, or if I did play on easy, it was with the soil mod, and I wasn't, you know, allowing myself to do these wood chip kind of things or silage kind of things. But you know, obviously, you know, buying fields left and right. I got the windmill, you know, another 800 grand on the beast. So hopefully, and it's got a fuel symbol, so I would assume. You know what happens when you assume that you can. Oh, I see the refill sign already. Did I hit it? Yeah, a little bit. Well, that will take a minute. Readjust. I couldn't. Well, I don't need any distractor. Alright, so we're in traffic. Let's go. Okay, well that's kind of a good traffic situation here. I wonder why the only one signals in traffic. Alright, now let's jump back to this guy, 4,500. Shoot back out to field 9, see if we can't get the beast going. Yeah, this is a handy little situation to have, especially for things like that, harvesters, and especially in a big map like this. It's nice to be able to take this out to where you leave certain pieces of equipment and fuel them up. It's fairly realistic to have something. I mean, I know we had a pickup truck on the farm that it was like an old pickup, wasn't roadworthy anymore, but they had put like a little fuel tank in the back of it. A little simple electric pump that hooked up to the battery that was always half dead. And we had a fuel pump on the farm too. Fuel and gas, actually. Most of the farm equipment ran on diesel, which is the same thing as home heating fuel, which is where I learned that lesson. So I'm going to pop this guy on as we get close. Not sure where a fuel trigger would be. Probably could have parked him in a better spot. Let's hop into refuel. There we go. No idea how much he holds. So it doesn't matter too much. We'll get back into this guy. When he's done, get him out of the way somewhere. Probably even hop out. Why not? I'm stuck. Ish. Detach vehicle first. Okay. Alright, let's hop back in this guy. So we'll just get him out kind of in the middle of the field for now. Alright, good enough. And then let's hop over to this guy, and probably didn't. Well, yeah, I had to hop in here to fuel. You know, let's put. For now, let's just put him kind of out of the way a bit. See how the telehandler does. Telehandler would do good with a fork, though, wouldn't it? Duh. All right, so. Oops. But this one. Front loaders. Yeah, now let's go back. So we want this guy. And before I forget, let me come into here and pay the money. Alright, so now I have to take this guy back, which fortunately isn't very far at all. Go get him something to grab a tree with. And you don't want to go in those entrances. They don't. That's for something else. You can squeeze by that little spot. Alright, now they're officially stuck. I knew they couldn't go too long without running into each other. So let's stop this guy. Let him go on his way. Come around here where we're reasonably certain to get the nearest. Yeah, back in business there. Let's go back to this guy. Yeah, I don't like this map where it puts all this stuff, attach it this way. The vast majority of equipment makes you come in with something as nimble as this thing. It's not a problem, but let's hope we don't flip till next Tuesday. And there we go. Very nice. Alright, so yeah, I find this telehandler actually does an excellent job on trees. The lever doesn't do bad, but this guy can lift and position, and I don't know, for my fingers it just, and the controller, it just seems to work. I'll probably be a little bit rusty with it. Alright, so I think we're now set up. Let's come over here. Hit F1. Fold out support feet sounds like a good idea. I guess we can put the pipe out. I really don't need work lights. Ooh, what's it doing? Just lifting up. Okay, well, we shall see. Let's cut down the tree. Cut the tree. Yeah, so I crouched down to do this, if you guys haven't noticed. So there's one tree. Might as well cut a couple while we got the chainsaw out. Gotta get the stump grinder over there. Right, that one's kind of far away, so let's. That's kind of what we wanted. Let's hit this guy. Let's lift him up. If we push him a little higher, he's more likely to go the other way. Nice physics. Let's just knock this guy over while we're at it. We'll see about picking him up. Dumping him in there. See how this goes. Missed. That's how it went. Missed. It's kind of hard to see what you're doing. I shouldn't be missing them. Such a big tree, huh? Alright, let's Yeah, I seem to have it pretty well. So let's extend. That's that. That's that. There we go. Just get him a little bit away from me. And let's back up a little bit in our view. Alright, let's see how this goes. Doesn't seem to be on, does it? Does it turn on and off by itself? Turn wood crusher on. Yeah, so it ran through a good amount of fuel, by the way, if you notice it's doing. Uh-oh. Alright, let's come down this side and see if we can't get him in there. There you go. Yeah, like I said, this is much more realistic if you want to make wood chips. I guess I should look into the whole idea of lumber. But for now, this seems like a bit of fun. Sure we're so it might benefit us to cut some of these trees in half, huh? Just lift up on him a bit. Go down, go down. Come on. Boo. Come on. Get off of the tractor already. Let's cut him in half. See how that goes. About half. In. Better. It looks like he'll fit right in there now, huh? At least close enough. He's not going to do what he just did. There we go. Much better. Alright, let's see how. Let's get this guy probably a little zoomed out. Get it? No sleep. Oh, now he's just resting on there. Oh, can I just get away with this? Nope. Ay, 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 ay. Well, definitely have to get better at this, huh? Just to traffic again. That time, not much difference, but see, I could tell he would fall in. There we go. All right. Let me jump down to these two knuckleheads. Same place, huh? Yeah, don't come through here this time. Yeah, so you can see I sold all the silage I had put in there. I'm not even sure I showed you guys the silage. Had enough silage on the Gifts of the Caucasus map. Alright, well there we go. So let's jump back to here, and I will cut some more trees and throw them in there. And yeah, pretty neat little mod. Like I said, it'll make a little more honest work out of it. Certainly for the millions of dollars that I'm making on this. Okay guys, well, I will be back shortly. Now, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to call this an episode. I don't think there's going to be that much more going on today besides some wood chip tree cutting here on field 9 and field 12 eventually, and 13. I want to get all that done before the next harvest. So I hope the video length is about right. I think it should be. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys. Take care. Bye bye. Hello folks, it's Rever here, back for another episode of Grazyland. And this whole time, traffic, I didn't realize I owned field 13, and I didn't buy this field. It was actually sold off a tiny bit. The rest of the silage really got a little bit left at the farm. Let's do this. Yeah, just entirely too many trees. Pipe gets getting stuck on. Can't get my tractor around it, so I'm kind of resorting to this. But I will take care of that probably sooner rather than later. If I keep him emptied where he doesn't go over 80%, at least he has a chance of messing up too bad. Alright, now I'll hop back into this guy. And all these trees around this field are pretty much going down. That's a lot of work. So anyway, the reason I even noticed that I was needing to... I'll stop here. I'm not sure what percentage he'll be at, but he's already up to 22%. So the reason I was looking at all was if we come into here, not vehicle selection, into here, like I really didn't notice it in amongst that blue. So I guess, I don't know. I noticed that there was corn in there, and I was thinking of running over and harvesting it. But if you notice, I bought fields 9 and 12. I had the money, and what happens here? Let's even. Well, I need to keep doing this for a minute. But if you notice, even in this field, the weeds are starting to grow up in it. And at this point, they're just starting to grow today, and if I spray them with some herbicide, which I need to own them in order to do. Let's see. What's he up to? He's only 43%. Let him go a little further ahead. So anyway, I wanted to get those fields to spray them. It'll also give us one of each crop except for the clover and the alfalfa, which is fine by me. That's probably plenty far ahead. Let's see if we can stop before he gets to. Control now. So I'll try to keep it from getting. Yeah. I'm filling up my little auger wagon there, aren't I? That's right. I'll handle this one. We should be able to get up to the corner anyway. So I'll run and empty this guy. So yeah, if we get this guy started. Good pipe tree. Thank you. Alright, let's get out of here and get this guy offloaded. Hopefully get back before this guy keeps sticking his pipe out at 80%. So it's a long stretch. Once I get a clear path around his pipe, get him around there the whole way. So yeah, this episode I think is going to be more about other stuff that I do on the farm. I think the last episode was more than enough soil mod, and I'll be doing some spraying and such with the herbicide, and then yeah, now we'll have enough. Kind of a long ride just to get back here. It's a pretty big field. Let's put our pipe out. It's going to overload this, or at least I figured it'd be easier to get this tractor around those trees. It's nice to have the overloader in the field, if nothing else, because if you go get the, take your tractor trailer to be emptied, you still have some room. We're harvesting 57%. I don't think we're going to make it back there unless we hurry. He is around the corner, so he's not too far away. But if he gets up to 80%, he sticks that stupid pipe out, gets hung up in a tree, almost guaranteed. So we'll see what happens here. I may just drive it myself. So then I run out of capacity and I get wedged in the trees where you can't even hardly get out. Alright, so let's close this. So we'll spin right around the truck. So, I can't see if there's a tree right there. There's not. There he comes. 86%. Yep, there he goes. Hung up in the trees. Good job, buddy. Let's get over there where we can empty. And then we'll get him out of the trees, hopefully. At least this header folds up. That's probably good. That's close. Let's go here. Stop the knucklehead. Put the pipe away. Spin around the tree. So let's go. Oops. Come on. There. That's close. Get that? Yeah. Barely, but I got it. I think I may back up a little bit or something like this. Yeah, so you can kind of see why I cut the trees down, and plus with all the spraying going on. And when if I do a chaser course, you definitely want to do it where they can reach all parts of the field. If you did it right here, you'd end up running into the trees right ahead of us. It gets ugly. You could do it here. You probably want to put your chaser course starting in that corner, get rid of all the trees. So let's go here. I'm going to do one more thing, which is to get this guy out of the way so he doesn't open the pipe up. Stupid tree. Alright, so now... drive. Why are you putting your pipe out? Just to annoy me? Put it away. Put it away. Thank you. Right, back in this guy. Get ready. Now we can almost run this normally. Go through these trees because that's the guardrail. Well, the guardrail. Ooh, that's close. I guess there's a break in the guardrail, isn't there? I think we'll make it around this corner, right? That's certainly an exciting little corn start. I'll let him get around the corner and then I'll stop him and clean up this mess because I'm going to work as much as anything out of this corner right here, so I want the corn he can't get in my way. It just doesn't get. Swath there. He does have a long pipe, doesn't he? Is it going to reach out? Let's just put the pipe away. Do what I said I was going to do. Get it all? Close. Pieces, but whatever. Right, this time I might, just because he's right there, might as well just chase with this guy. Well, I'm going to get this guy empty while I'm getting ready to chase. Yeah, a little conveyor belt going for a second. Could have had one going. Would have been a first, I think, for me anyway. Alright, so this guy's empty. So that means when I run off with the truck, he'll still have plenty, you know, we'll be able to still offload this guy. Gives us that extra capacity we need. So we're getting a good harvest off of this field. It should keep track of it. Let's see. This not really set up to chase with this guy as much. Let's put the speed down. There we go. Yeah, so corn is 17. 1, 2, 2. So write that down. So we'll know how much corn we get off of this field. I should have probably wrote down what I got off from all the fields. Whatever. Wouldn't hurt me in the great mystery of how the percentage is calculated. So there we go. I think most of the excitement for this is over. I'm going to just continue to get this harvested now that I know I own it. I'll probably have to, let's see here. Let's get to this. Yeah, see, we have weed prevention in this field, so we're going to have to decide on which fields. I'll think about it while I'm going around in circles. That should be about it. I'll be back in a bit, and we'll make a plan and probably update the spreadsheet a little bit to add these fields to it. It's up to you with that. Hey guys, we're almost done the field. That guy helped out a bit. Mostly this guy did the work. And I know some people don't like the fact that it is not a chasing truck. Guess I could use the other truck for this. Kind of half forgot about it until I was in the middle of it. So anyway, I've been thinking about our fields, and what I would like to do is sort of put 13 and 12, which are some pretty big fields, together on a day, just because they're both in the same area. And so what I was thinking of doing was making them the day one harvest. So right now it's 2 and 5, but what I'll do is I'll harvest field 2 whenever it's due, and then just wait a day on it, and that way it'll be matched up with field 5. And in the meantime, on the same day that I harvest field 2, I will plant this field, and I will just go fast down the hill there, and I wasn't hitting the gas at all, I was just speeding up. So what I'll do is then have this field is, and the one right ahead of me is field 12. And both of them on one day, and then 2 and 5, and then the day 4, which is tomorrow, Thursday, I will do fields 1, 7, and this guy stop it. Does anything stupid like run into the tractor. Oh, wait, too late. So I'll gather some of this stuff up on my way out, but it's usually more annoying than it's worth. 5, I'm not going to do it. And I guess I could just cut across this field. I own it, and it's not like there's anything in it except for some weeds. Let's fold some stuff up. I guess we're going to turn it off first. It's not letting me fold that. Why is that? That's folding. Fold the sesame. Oh, is it because I have that stupid 5 in there? Okay, I'll get it out. This trailer's a bit wobbly. Oh no, I got the field handled. I didn't do any course play on the chasing. I figured I'll just do El Manuel this time. Just let it go far enough. Okay, are you happy now? I understand that. Oh, is it because I have the pipe out? No, I didn't have the pipe out before. There you go. Yeah, it must have been because I had that big 5 pounds or liters or whatever it is, kilograms of corn. Yeah, so we'll just shoot right across here. Might even be nice just to make a path across there, even if I gotta drive down some crops. Might be worth it. But yeah, I have some tree cutting to do. I'll do that off camera. And I'll just run this guy over for now. I'm gonna take you know what, why don't I do this the rest of the way off camera? You guys don't need to watch me put away equipment. Eventually I'll have to buy a pressure washer too. So what do we want? We want this guy. And I'm not really going to count this in on anything. But I am going to spray, and it doesn't matter which kind. Tractor's got plenty of fuel. Alright, refill sprayer. See, the last thing I sprayed was water. And I don't care to write that down. It doesn't cost anything. Kind of curious how much money we actually make with the soil mod versus the price of the crops we can get. Alright, so let's switch to, well, let's think about this. Field 9 is going to get planted tomorrow. So I will just spray a single dose of A at field 9. By the way, I did real well on the course for on the course number 3, and then once I cut the video last episode, I did poorly. So I need to kind of redeem myself in my own eyes on. I just cut right across here, can't I? This field, and it's not planted. I've been cutting across fields all over the place, but the road system isn't quite as bad once you get used to it. I'll give it its due there. So we gotta cut some trees around this field. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's take a look. Yeah, this is the long way, and why not? Alright, so it's pretty close to lined up as it is. Yeah, but it's gonna mess, see that tree's gonna mess with us, so we'll have to back in on it a bit. This open and get rid of the mouse so that I can zoom out far enough to see what I'm doing. There we go. Is that going to hit? Nope, just missed. Alright. We want to... I want to back up pretty much as I can. That. Alright, so I want to close that course. Start course recording. GPS is on. Cruise control engaged. Spray in action happening. There we go. So as we drive around, we'll see that even though the nutrients are kind of low in this field, it seems to be pretty even. So it doesn't look like the weeds had too much of an effect on us at this point. And from my experience, the fact that they are sprayed now means that it's almost like the spray takes effect before it counts against the nutrients. So. Now this field is a little different. I kind of wonder why. We only have the 4 and 2. There's nothing in it growing. So we'll look on that. We'll raise this thing up. Yeah, got some trees real close coming up here, which means brain won't do too well if I try to talk about anything else but those 2 trees, 3 trees. Made it past the first one. Made it past the second one. Look at that. Amazing. Alright, so I'm going to swing. I swung too close, I'm going to hit that tree. Nope. Yeehaw! Alright, like snake wrangling. Big old S back there. But not so many trees on this one. Doesn't really matter. I'm overlapping by plenty. Yep, so there we go. Spraying this field, and I'll head over to field whatever the heck it was. Field 12 doesn't have any spray on it. Now, field 12, when did I say I would plant field 12? Not until day 1. So this is actually going to be tomorrow's, and that's going to be the day after that. So I'll probably just do a course of BB, just in case I change my mind. Alright, that was pretty well done. I'm happy about that. And I was even talking about something else, and I didn't crash into a tree. This is kind of luck. Alright, so yeah, so I'll spray AA. It doesn't really matter what I spray in it at that point. One more point of focus, and then we're on easy street. So a little bit closer. Over there in time. Very nice. Okay, so now we're on easy street. And we'll have a course recorded for this guy, for this field. A little bit of goofiness with this rounded curve up top there, but we can't handle. There you go. So I will head over and after I'm done this field and get some BB over there in field 12, and then those will be taken care of. And I'll probably move that equipment off of field 13, and then we'll probably come back, you know, I'll come back after I do all that, and probably on the spreadsheet, but we'll see, maybe something exciting will happen in game. Okay, well, let's make this turn as best I can. Yep, very nice. Good. Alright, I'll see you guys. Sure.